What's going on, guys? Mr. G here. This right here, what you're watching, is the Revenge150. This is the second race that I've entered this year, actually the second race ever. First one was the MX Independence 250. This was back in September, a few months back, and we had an absolute blast. We decided to come back for round two. For us, sportsman class, it's only 2 laps, 100 miles total, and this race, this time around, we actually finished. Back in September, during our first race, first lap, we bent a control arm at mile marker 38, and it sent us tumbling down the track. Basically, rolled about 3 or 4 times. Thank God nobody was hurt, but I'll tell you what, it was a learning experience. So for the MX250, my co-driver was Steven Solis. Cool dude, and he was awesome, man. We were able to pre-run the course the night before, and he knew the course very well. They changed it up on us last minute, but either way, we felt like we were doing pretty well, and that's why we came back. We came back, and this time around, my co-driver's Mario Rodriguez, really cool dude, man, as well. The only thing is, we couldn't pre-run the course. We didn't get out there till the night before, so I did pre-run it by myself just to map it out on my ride command GPS. But if you guys have a Polaris, you know, if you're zoomed out on that thing, it is so inaccurate. Did have a couple of mistakes, made 2 wrong turns while we were going through the track. I mean, you know, mistakes happen, but it ended up costing us about 1.5 minutes total. First one was about half a minute, second one was about 1 minute. So towards the end of this video, I'm going to put on, you know, a little clip of each mistake that we made, including the refueling. The refueling was actually ridiculous. It took me about 5 minutes to refuel. Unfortunately, I didn't have a pit crew, and I had to ride back to my trailer truck camper and refuel myself. I had to hop out of the car, refuel. I bought a gas can that I thought was going to work, one of those BP Racing gas cans, and it just took forever. You'll see at the end of the video. But anyways, that costed me about 5 minutes, and my window nets, I don't know if you see them right there on the video, I just have them velcroed on. It took me about almost 30 seconds, about 25-30 seconds just to put that back on. The reason I'm telling you this is because we missed first place by about 18 seconds. So anyways, just like I said, last race was a learning experience. This one was definitely an eye-opener. Every second counts. 100 miles, you would figure, you know, the distance or the time difference would be drastic, but literally we were all within a minute of each other, first, second, and third place. I won second, and I don't even consider it winning second. Second place is the first loser. So, but anyways, I mean, I was pretty happy with how we did, considering how unprepared we were. Next time around, we're definitely gonna be 110% prepared for sure. Strategies, because coming up right here, right there, if you see it split off to the left, the track split off to the left, we're supposed to be taking this turn hanging right. I can tell because of the ribbon right there to the left. Ribbons are always supposed to be to your right hand side in all the directions. We got lucky and we were doing wrong, so we tried to get off the road. But anyways, right about here, we get back on track and loop around. That ended up costing us about 30 seconds. So right here, we're doing pretty well. We had already passed a few people first lap. I don't know what mile marker this is, but anyways, the sun was in our eyes like crazy, and we ended up missing marker that told us to hang a right, but I knew it wasn't right pretty much right from the get-go, right when I made the turn. So that slowed down quite a bit. So right here, circle back around. Unfortunately, I had gone down that road for quite a bit, so this one was it was a hard hit. We ended up losing about an entire minute on this mistake. So that's a total of a minute and a half going down the wrong roads. But here we are, get back on track, and there's the mile marker to the right. I don't know if you saw that, but there we are, back on course. Right about here, it splits off. You see it there to the left and straight. Heads into the stays on the race course. So we didn't pull off for the hot pits because I had no crew, like I said earlier. So we'll continue going down the race course just to get a little bit closer to my truck camper. Now check this out. We got a truck right there. We got this guy right here. are crossing the street, you know, they're trying to be careful, you know, go as slow as possible. You don't want any problems with anybody. And this is not actually something you're supposed to do, but I had no choice. I wasn't about to leave my gas cans out there and have somebody walk off with them and not be able to finish the race. So. See my girl come up right now. There she is. So my beautiful girlfriend, she's about 7 months pregnant. I wasn't about to ask her to fuel up for me, but I do ask her to bring me another gas container right there. She really enjoys it. She hasn't been riding with me very often, you know, having the baby, you know, being pregnant and all that. Obviously, it's something that you don't want to, you know, take the risk with. You know. Like I said, this takes a total of 5 minutes. The music gets a little bit loud for Adriana, so we turn it off here.
Hey, you did one lap.
I know. Is it hard or no?
It's bad. We've already passed like, what, 6 people? 7 people? We're doing good.
So you went out with Pierre?
Twice.
So if you saw the,
Wheels, like,
obviously
for a
you
long
did, but
time.
on the intro, Mario got a little bit,
There was a divot.
how would I say it, a little bit vocal, taking the turn a little bit too hot, came up on 2 wheels and rode it out for a little bit. It was a little scary, One of the racers told me if you're not rolling, you're not racing, you're not pushing it hard enough. So it's happened to us a couple of times, you know. First time we actually did go over, but this race about twice we got up on 2 wheels, and second time was a little bit more of a scare than the first, but you know what, that's what makes it entertaining, that's what makes it fun. So now that we're talking about this, you know, experience and all that, I will tell you guys, I'm not an experienced racer. Like I said, this is my second race. I am going through a crazy learning curve right now, and that being said, I need to give a shout out to Tim Stewart, man. Night before the race during contingency, I snapped an axle, and he came to the rescue, helped me out, swapping it out. You know, tell you one thing, he is crazy about blue Loctite. That's his thing. Put Loctite on everything, bud. You don't want anything to fall off. He kept telling me, but he stayed up with me for hours, man, just talking about, you know, different suspension upgrades and different recommendations on wheel offset and tires and clutch sheen, and right before the race, we ended up lifting the front end about 2 inches and the rear about 1 inch. Get a bit of ride height so that way we wouldn't bottom out on the whoops, and it helped out tremendously. So if you're listening to this, Tim, big shout out to you. Thanks a lot, man. Awesome dude, man. Awesome dude. He really hooked it up with that axle and with his knowledge. But anyways, here we are going back to the race. Took 5 minutes, and here we are. We're about to get back on the race course. So just real quick, you guys, I told you guys I was going to let you know a little bit about myself. So I live out here in El Paso, Texas. I'm an automotive instructor for the high schools here in EPISD. My students are actually the ones that do the work to the car. I just supervise them and look over them, make sure everything's torqued. But you know, I tell them it's my life at hand. So. Yeah, the kids have done control arms on the car. They've done, you know, help me out with the roll cage, you know, little things here and there. They'll be doing the tires and wheels here coming up soon, and they love it. They absolutely love it. We did several alignments on it. Started off with 2 degrees caster, 0 degrees camber, and ramped it up to 6 degrees caster, 2 degrees camber, 0 toe. Played around with toe out of the racetrack, and I can't say enough good things about these kids. They're awesome, man. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and they're still coming to school. You know what? And I wouldn't feel right without saying, man, huge thank you to Juan Moreno, my buddy, my fabricator. Really got down, bud. I need a pit crew. So hopefully my students really enjoy this, get into it, and maybe come out to the racetrack with me. So I've been saving the best for last. Here at the end of the video, we're gonna go through that little clip of us almost flipping over. It wasn't that bad. I mean, we did ride it out for about 3-4 seconds, and it's like I said, it's just part of the deal. It's, to me, I enjoy it. Co-drivers maybe not so much. It's kind of hard to find co-drivers. But once again, man, thanks. Shout out to everybody that made this possible. Thank you, Adriana, for supporting me on this. Thank you, Tim, you know, for helping me out on the track. Mario, you killed it there on the course, man, giving me directions and all that good stuff. And Steve Solis, hopefully we'll see you out at the next race, man. Thanks again. Signing out.